Live music in Birmingham is back. Go to bmusic.co.uk. Live music in Birmingham is back. Go to bmusic.co.uk.
What poem should I write? One about the light or one about the dark? Or maybe just in between? It may seem easy to determine which is which by tone and intent, but perhaps hidden beneath the underneath, who's to say what undercurrents cut subsurface meaning into an excavation of thought? And thoughts about thought, a never-ending circularity into whose form we place the idle pursuit of what has value. Hard-held fist clench, crushing thought into subservience, a fine-edged tool with which to slay both light and dark. A new chariot to be driven into endless sunsets on decline, and one more sunrise so as to see clearly again. But what of after the full stop? What comes once we stop the cycle, rewrite the pattern and the code of decline and fall? Will we ever be free? Or are we merely circular circus simplicity activity in existence for the entertainment of non-physical consciousness capable of bending time and space for the creation of this circus race? Stepping out of biology, do dark and light contain meaning, or are they merely a question of perspective? So which path does this poem take? To stand above and see all paths possible without taking one? Or subservient to design, one route mindfully walked, ignorant of alternative shape or form, in all manner apart from theory, self-convinced in self-constructed mind that mine line chosen and walked is the truth. What poem should I write? One about the light
Live music in Birmingham is back. Go to bmusic.co.uk.
Is now. My name's Corey. I am the project developer at Beat Freaks, and I'm going to be your host for tonight. This is actually my first time hosting Poetry Jam. Jeez! See, I'm loving those vibes already, you know. If you could show everyone that love when they're coming up and down, that'd be great. Just want to cover a few things first before we get started. I want you to show everyone love when they're coming on and off the stage, go mad, you know, stamp your feet, clap your hands, take the roof off, you know what I mean? When everyone's performing, I just want you to click, you know. There we go, yeah. Trying that out now, love that. While we're here, I just want to big up Symphony Hall, B Music. This is a great space. Really love the view from here. I've just been appreciating this all afternoon, to be honest with you. And yeah, I just wanted everyone to know this is like a super safe space. We don't fray away from anyone in terms of how they perform. So there may be potentially triggering things. That's perfectly okay. Just want to kind of warn everyone in that regard. So I guess if that's the case, then we can get started with our first act, which is Han. Everyone cheer, clap your hands. We want to show some love. Keep it going, keep it going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, come on, it's fine.
My little bit. Any rules about 5 minutes, one piece, yeah?
Yes, just about 3-4 minutes if you want.
Fucking hell. Sorry about that. So for maybe just do a quick introduction. I look completely fucking different. Hi, my name's Hannah Prentice. I look completely different. I look like a different person. But for those disclaimers, I have Tourette syndrome. Anything not offensive. I'm not racist. Just a kind-hearted person. Ticky universe. I call myself. Therefore, I live in a universe. So Ticky universe. So let's just go for it. I'm just gonna get my phone up. Sorry. How's everyone doing so far? Go on. Okay. So, this is a poem I wrote for my dad for Father's Day. I'm not going to spit, sorry. To the one I call my dad. You came in my life when it was just 3. Then it was the 4 of us. Living in a house best of 16 years. I call that Erdington home. Mum said you tend to pick up others people's habits. I guess that I did pick a few or more from you. Sorry. All you ever ate was your favourite sandwich filling, lemon curd. Eating as a family, whether beans on toast or something from the chippy. Sorry. It's the times we spend in the old living room. Palettes of gold, red, and memories I remember very well. Conversations. Many conversations you and I spoken of. Our self-doubts, heart-to-hearts, life lessons I am yet to learn. Dad, you will always be that knight in shining armour that made our family more whole. You are not only a dad, you are a loving husband, you are a caring father, you are a wonderful granddad, you are a role model, and thank you for being my dad. And all I want to say is, he's amazing. And when you can find yourself actually one or good, family's not always family, but I'm fortunate to have family. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you so much for that hand. That was really, really nice. It was very vivid. It was really emotive. Thank you. So yeah, as I said, it's my first time hosting Poetry Jam. I'm really happy to be here. It's really nice seeing all these lovely faces. I see a few smiles out here, so it's nice. If you bear me 1 second, I'm going to find out who, I believe it's Nathan is our next performer. Here he is. Cheers!
Hello, everyone. It's very nice to see people again. Just a thing at the beginning. Anyone who's on in the second half, I apologise if I'm not here to see you. I may very well have to dash off at the interval. And I didn't want anyone thinking I'm one of those pretentious people who turns up, does their own piece, and then goes, well, enough of you commoners, and then disappears at the end. So I have had the most appalling insomnia I have ever had for like the last week. I've been getting maybe an hour, 2 hours sleep a night. And sometimes when I'm feeling like that, I lie in bed staring at the ceiling, listening to the rain outside, not knowing what I'm going to do with myself, or I decide to get up and try and write something. And this is kind of what that's about. When midnight thoughts, too numerous, awaken me from fitful sleep, I rise from tossed and tangled sheets to seek some semblance of peace in blank, unblemished pages of a notebook, new and beautiful. A clear, unfurnished room I'm free to decorate the way I choose. Each line an ornamental piece, each stanza some rich tapestry. At first it's clumsy, fumbling to find the indescribable, an irritant like trying to scratch an itch that's trapped inside my heart. Yet as I write on each fresh page, the apprehension starts to fade. Each new idea made clear before I separate and elevate. And word by word, imagination grows to fill that empty space. The crazy, brave and passionate, allowed to thrive and populate. Each fancy given chance to fly, each page a sacred muse's shrine, a prayer in every pensive line, an open book for an open mind. The time slips by, the hours melting seamlessly between themselves, a graceful, tranquil ebb and flow as I am healed in mind and soul. Remembering whatever else I might inflict upon myself when things look dark and plagued with doubt, I still have things to write about. An outlet for the things I feel, a valve to vent when pressure builds, a gilded cage for endangered birds, a glamorous stage for outrageous words, parading herds of exotic beasts, a table laid for the finest feast, a goblet filled with the finest wine to raise a toast at the final line. With a final sigh, my pen descends, and I end my stanza, rub my eyes, return to bed with an empty head, and sleep in peace with a quiet mind. My notebook lies on a cluttered desk, its pages filled, its purpose served, awaiting the morning's fresh perspective, universes forged from dreaming words. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Nath. That was really nice. It was really good. Last time when I came and I was just watching rather than hosting, I had the luxury of seeing you perform, and I was hooked, man. It was really good. How's everyone feeling? There's more people in the room now, which I'm loving. Everyone feeling good? Make some noise. I feel like we could probably do a bit better than that, but we'll work on it throughout the night. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it flowing though, so we're going to move on to our next performer, which is Dexter. Nice. How you doing, man? You okay, yeah?
Hi, I'm an earthling living on this world. This planet is so absurd. We got flowers and trees, leaves that are green, sights to be seen, you just won't believe. Want a floating rock flowing a here in space in the vastness of nothingness, but we still want nothing less than everything. Laying down in my bed, contemplating life. Right from the Big Bang when it all began to expand before life began to demand for its right to exist. Universal metal colliding, no attempt to resist. The creational forces. Gravity is forming. Spiralized systems. Orbital systems. For us to live here on Earth. Out there, mysteries we wish to unearth. But we can't look after home. Ego has expanded like the colonizers taking place of the natives which were missing lately. Humility being deprived of basic necessities, it doesn't need a lot, just simplicity. But would rather read the ego for the fit For the hit, that's it. When it's not full, we like store a fit. We refuse to get down to the knit and the grit. I think you're to sit down to have a conversation. Just think about it. We're so small, ain't even funny. You act the big man, you look like a dummy. You want $1 million house with $1 million car with $1 million watch that sits on your wrist. But we ain't even living on the biggest planet in our solar system. But we keep disturbing life residing in the ecosystem, replacing giant general jungles constructed casually causing chaos cascade over skylines, so we can sit in a high rise, feeling cushy, comfy, looking over the picturesque view. Nothing weighing on our mind. Wait, that's only for the few. The rich live to exploit, the wars of the poor struggle to make bread. But I think that instead, we should focus on unity, building our community. Being idle will lead to fertility, love will lead to fertility. Laying down the bed for the youth to grow, for the lands that will last for years to come. Crops growing fresh always taste the best. Crops growing fresh make me feel so blessed. That's Mother Nature's remedy, so pure, so fresh. That's Mother Nature's remedy, no more, no less. Failing them with its test. We're the smartest, but we ain't the best when we take out the rest. IQ skyrocketing, cued in our reckoning when we put value in pursuit of wealth of a health. What is yours, what is mine, why can't we share? Border split of lands, wars on demand, over oil, over money, different soil. They find it funny, sweet like honey, getting chummy in the boardroom, discussing sales tactics about you and I, so we don't get bored soon. But we all say boring if we're not boring into our pockets. So it's easy for them to pull strings to get us on board to invest in them. Neglect ourselves. Laid up in a hospital bed with the drip, 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 draining all the bills, breaking the bank just to pass the week. 7 days and we all feel weak. So hey, I'm an earthling, living on this world. This planet, you know, it's so absurd. Thank you.
We can keep that going till he sits down. Go on. Nice. So yeah, I only came across Poetry Jam recently, probably in the past, since I started working for Beat Freak, so you're talking the past 3-4 months, and everyone that I've seen, it's been great. Like, the vibes are just nice. It's so cool seeing so many creative people just express themselves. It's really refreshing. So all of you here today, big yourselves up, man. Honestly, it's amazing. Love it. If at any point, if you want to get a drink, there is a bar outside. If you're thinking, I don't want to miss any of these amazing performers, don't worry, we got like a break halfway through, so you can go out then if you fancy. So our next performer is Kuron. Did I say it right? Jeez.
Mic check. So I wasn't actually planning on sort of doing this next bit, but would you guys be right if we could take 1 or 2 deep breaths together? Is that a yeah? Yeah? All right, let's go. One more. I see some meditators in the room. Like, it's just good. Into that. Let's go. I'm in love with my resistance. It lets me flex my persistence. It lets me go the distance and not give up that instant. You see, resistance stops you from doing what you need to do. It builds barriers to stop you from following through. And ultimately, it stops you from being you. Resistance comes in many different ways, different shapes and sizes, different costs and prices. But resistance has never known what the grind is. Resistance is in your face, yet subtle. It feeds the ego, but denies the hustle. But we're not half empty, we're half full. So we live our resistance, and we love our resistance. It builds our muscle. Mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. I genuinely never knew I was oh so lyrical. Don't resist the resistance. That's just more resistance. Instead, practice insistence, which is insisting that what needs to get done gets done. Because if we resist resistance, we're always on the run. Let's got one more quick one, if that's all right, guys. We'll come. 25, what a time to be alive. I wanted to do more than just survive. But when I turned 27, I couldn't even count to 7 before asking, am I far enough along? Man, the feeling was strong. But did I have it all wrong? Was I living my life or just another con? Feelings of lack and comparison will do that to you. Leave you feeling messed up like a Rubik's Cube. But young man or young woman, if you only knew, you're going exactly where you're supposed to. Don't live in the future, live in the present. Because in my job, the future, there's no guarantee that you'll get it. And I'm not saying go wild and be reckless, but live now, enjoy the journey, you won't regret this. And look, I know this sounds like there's a fine line, but please, 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 don't follow someone else's timeline. And now we're at gate 28, looking to take off from gate 28, but running because we're 20 minutes late. In life, though, there's always another gate. Thank you, guys.
Lovely stuff. We love to see it. The composure, like before and after, man, it's quality, man. So anyone who's been to Poetry Jam before, make some noise. Well, okay, got on, nice people. And anyone who's, you're a bit curious, you didn't know what it was about, whose first time at Poetry Jam is this? Make some noise. I think that's like an even split, I'm pretty sure some people were cheering both sides then, you know what I mean? Just to keep the vibes going. Hello. Yeah. So my tash, it's weirdly like my facial hair naturally grows like this, like it doesn't curl. I got mustache wax in it. But it's been like 4 years straight of just committing to it. My missus has never seen me without a mustache. If I get rid of it, she's gone as well. You know what I mean? Like it. So I kind of stuck with it now. You know what I mean? Commitment. If you want it enough, Amira, you could grow this stash if you wanted. So our next performer is Minashe. Now, I got to see him last time as well. He had me creasing. There was tears coming out of my face. It was amazing. You okay, yeah?
Thank you so much.
It's all good, man.
I'm the only stand-up comedian here? Nobody? Okay. Nice to see you guys. Everyone okay? Yeah. Good. Okay, where do we start? This year, my inner child came out, right? I don't know if you guys saw. John Cena returned to wrestling, okay? And I was excited about that. But then something else hit me that made my hairline even recede even more, okay? There was a black guy, I don't know if you guys saw, he went viral all over social media because he looks like John Cena. Did you guys see this? One or two? Yeah, he literally looks like John Cena. And some of my homies were telling me like, hey, yo, Nash, ain't that amazing? I'm just like, no, it ain't. Let me tell you why it ain't amazing. If you're a black person and you look like a white person, that ain't cool, okay? Can you imagine the police pulling up to me and he's saying, you can't see me? Nigga, they can. Stuff ain't working out. And sometimes late night, I'll be watching shows like on TLC. I don't know if you guys know the channel TLC, right? And there'll be shows about people explaining about their different lifestyles. You know, there's a guy on there I was watching, he believes that he's a mermaid. Genuinely, he believes like he's not funny. He's allowed to express who he is. He believes he's a mermaid. But then I was thinking to myself, damn, black people, we don't really have that type of privilege. Like, I would like that type of privilege. Not to be a mermaid, my mom would kill me. But just to have that type of privilege. So the next time the police pull me over and they'll be like, excuse me, sir, license and registration. Sorry, officer, I'm a white woman. You ain't finna arrest me now. My name is Karen. And obviously, like, those type of things interest me as well. And obviously, I'm sure we all know about the crate challenge. Are we all aware about the crate challenge? Guys, what are we thinking? Why? Why did you do that? Jumping in front of crates and then falling off. I'm not trying to be rude as well. I saw overweight people partaking in the crate challenge too. The gym is open, okay? I don't know what you're doing. Sorry, auntie. She's watching tonight. But I don't mean to offend, I'm just saying the truth. But, you know. And for women, can you make some noise if you still believe in the phrase, men are trash? No? Damn, oh, only two. Wow. You got a loyal man, haven't you? I like that. The only reason I'm saying men are trash, right, is that I'm a man myself, but the only reason I'm sort of agreeing with it now is because look at the way the world is so messed up right now. Look at Afghanistan. Look at Palestine. All these countries run by men, and they're messing it up. Look at North Korea. The president ain't even got a real haircut, and he runs the country. Okay? And those type of things are messing us up. I come from Africa, okay? I'm from Zimbabwe. My leader was the worst leader on the face of the earth, okay? But sometimes I was having conversation with my boys, and they were saying to me, Nash, I need to talk to you about something. Do you feel Trump is like Boris Johnson? And I said, I don't know. It's kind of a tough one. Because if you think about it, Trump at one point wanted to take out all the Muslims in America, if we all remember that. He wanted all the Muslims to get out. 10% of doctors in America are Muslim. So what are you trying to do, okay? You need a Sadiq Khan to do your prostate exam, okay? You can't, seriously, I'm just being honest, okay? It's true, okay? And then another thing as well, if we look at it, we also have a woman called Priti Patel, our Home Secretary, okay? The woman who eats biryani with a knife and fork, that type of woman, okay? And the issue is that I respect the fact that she's our Home Secretary. I get it. She's got a tough job. I'm not trying to get deported. I get it, Priti Patel. I get it. But the only issue, Priti Patel, is that you're a woman whose parents were immigrants and you were forced out of your country, and now you're trying to take all the ethnic minorities out. It's horrible, okay? And then, for example, another thing. I got to mention this. Boris Johnson is like Trump, in my opinion, because at one point, we all remember, Trump was trying to build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Now, if you guys know your history, our family in America, Mexicans are the hardest working people after black and Asian people in America. They're the hardest working people. And a lot of people say, would Boris build a wall? You damn right. Who are the hardest working people after black and Asian people in England? I think we all know the Polish, okay? If Poland was right next door to England, Priti Patel and Boris Johnson would build the wall themselves. Seriously, man. Seriously. I can't wait to have a black prime minister. Seriously. I'm already smiling at the thought of it, man. I just can't wait. Like, I'm not saying it will happen, because, it just would be interesting. Just think about it. And he would need to have, like, a proper black name, not David something or whatever. Like, just a proper black name, like Arshen Manson or something like that. I don't know, so super black, okay? Like if you type it in the computer, your computer will break. That black, okay? He needs to have a proper black name, okay? He would come into parliament wearing black Air Forces. He would be late, you know what I'm saying? Where he lives, there won't even be real security. He'll just have a bunch of roadmen from Brixton protecting that place, okay? A real black prime minister and a blue black queen. That would be absolutely amazing. And then, can you imagine him visiting Buckingham Palace? That would be fantastic. He'll look at Prince Harry and be like, I can't say the N-word, but you my ninja, okay? Or my ginger, whatever you want to say, okay? And he'll be like, damn, look at the queen. I'm going to steal her jewels. But it'll be amazing to see that. But, all I can leave you guys with, before I go as well, I just want to say that, everyone in here is amazing. Keep doing your thing. We're all creatives, and I like to see that because, I'm only saying this because the last time I performed this poetry jam, I got a lot of love. So thank you guys. Because at one point I was going to stop stand-up because I was going through some shit. But it's good to just see that, people giving positive messages. And sorry to put her on the spot. Shout out to my sister, Amira. I appreciate you for helping me. And thank you, guys. That's all I have to say for now, That's all I have to say for now,
That's all good, man.
Jeez!
Thanks so much for that, Nash. Honestly, my cheeks actually hurt a little bit from laughing so much, genuinely. I feel the six-pack coming on. Clearly not, you know what I mean? But, yeah. How's everyone feeling after that? I'm feeling pretty good. How's everyone feeling? Nice. So, remember how when I last came up here, I was saying, we'll take a break halfway through. Well, bit of a surprise. We'll probably have, a quick 5-minute break now. So if you want to go stretch your legs, if you need to run to the toilets that are out there on the left, if you want to go to the bar, get yourselves a drink, more than welcome to. But yeah, we'll be back in 5.
Live music in Birmingham is back. Go to bmusic.co.uk.
Hi guys, it's Marvy here. Obviously I am absolutely gutted I couldn't make it and be there with you guys. Haven't done a poetry jam in forever. What seems like forever, thanks to COVID. But I thought this time, instead of missing it completely this time around, I will send in one of my works, which I hope will be broadcasted to you guys. Big shout out to Tom and Beat Freaks and everybody there. Yeah, this is a little piece I've been sitting on for a while now. It's a poem that's complete alliteration from A to Z. Obviously, it was very hard to write, especially in terms of trying to make it make sense as well as rhyming as well. But I do hope you enjoyed this one, so take it. Yeah, I'll get right into it. Anticipating association to a critic, antics that acquires awful agony, belittling the belligerent, the bombing boastfully, the blasphemy. Cowards at catcalling conspicuously, criminalistic conspiracy caught so casually, demonstrating and demanding diversity of the diligent and the divided dastardly. Epic epilogues of effortless energies, the epitome of entangled eternity, fighting forward with fists for the fiction and frivolous forever so fervently. Gravity, grappling the grounded schemes going from Georgia to Germany. Hopeful hostility, hospitalizing humans, a hollow howl that's hurting me. Imagining individual, independent of innocence and insolence, justly joking for justice, but jumping when judge jingling and jilting, kicking or kissing a Kardashian, these kids couldn't care less like they were killing them. Living life so lawlessly, listening to listeners like it was Leviticus. Misusing the media, the mass are manipulated with messages and memes, never needing nostalgia to notice, and noted ever notably they never need. Obstinate obstacles on the opposite opening, no, we often eat. Persecuting the poets, imposing as poem perfectly as they please. Questioning the quality the quantity as you quantify in your quest for the quid, resisting the restless, reversing the reckoning, revealing the rift, serving sentiments with servitude, selling souls for swiping sins, tornadoes of turmoil, towering, time carefully testing this, and the united understanding, unities and varying uniformity, varieties of varying values, validating verses invented universally, whispers of the willfully woeful, wonder what the war to be, Santa comic xenophobes and Zenial. A sensation of the Zericon xenocracy, youth yielding to the yell of YouTube yawning about Rolling Stones, zestfully and zealously Zionists resist zooming in on stolen sounds. That's, well, I've cut it down, guys, but that's for the fitting with the time. I really hope you liked that one. It was an A to Z alliteration. I would appreciate any feedback and comments. You can follow me on Instagram at Marvy Poet. Again, I missed you guys, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
This jacket, it's not even a jacket, it's a shirt. I'm living for this, you know. I'm loving the confidence.
Hi, my name's Amelia. My pronouns are they and them. That's good for you to know, because after the show you can be like, their shirt was awesome, right? Okay. So thanks for having me here. I don't live in Birmingham. I live in Bristol, but I'm from Liverpool, so I'm all right, don't worry. I'm just going to do a quick one. I've not done a performance in a couple of years now, so stay with me. I'm at the pub with pals, drinking pints. You're a friend of a friend, and you seem all right. At least you have a really great story about an Australian bushfire. But then, unprompted, you turn to me and you say, wow, you have the most beautiful eyes. I bat the statement aside. Thanks, I reply, I agree with them myself. And outside I laugh, but inside I sigh. Conversation moves on. I think you've let it slide until you inquire, so, are you straight, gay, or bi? I resent the question, but a good friend of friends says they've got a girlfriend, and I think that's the end of it. But no, because your gaze is as wishful as my thinking. Because later we're about to disband, and we're saying our goodbyes, and you take that chance to pull me to one side to say, if only you were straight. And you're really fit, as if the only prerequisite for any cis man to be attractive is to simply have a dick. Thanks, I say, but that is not the best thing about me. And you raise your hands as you raise your brow and you go. But even now, you should know that my appearance is my least favorite quality, because what I look like is not at the forefront of my identity, much like my sexuality. In my mind, neither of these equate to integrity. And you might think I'm being arrogant, even though I thanked you for your compliment, but I reject your comment, because your opinion does not represent what it means to be me. So I might be pretty. Thank you. I might be pretty, but I also write poetry, and I'm going to carry this piece around with me for the next guy, because there will be a next guy who says, wow, you have the most beautiful eyes. Thanks, everyone.
Beautiful shirt as well, can't lie, honestly. So I'm really happy. Like, more and more people have been coming while we've had performers on, and we've got so many people that are going to perform tonight. I'm gassed. So I'm going to keep it moving. Our next performer is Rihanna. Show us some love. Woo! You're gonna have to keep clapping until she gets up here. You know, it's like a relay.
Okay, so this poem is called A Conversation. I remember when I had no friends, but I remember when I was fine with that. There was no behind the back stab backs, no back chats, no stress. Yes, it was lonely, but I had 1,000 personalities to keep my company. I was satisfied with my own company. With company comes habits. There are stories I wish I could tell my mom without going to depth about the habits I inhabited. Mommy, I'm talented. I'm not talking about these words that I've cut and I've curved to touch you. Now I can mold my heart into being okay with things that I'm not okay with. I can thicken my skin to prevent footprints from sinking in through my chest as they walk over me. I have loyalty like gold to those who stab me in the back but have the audacity to ask me for silver. But I'm a strong believer in being kind. But my kindness got me hurt. Kindness taught me a lesson that a teacher could never teach. It taught me a language I didn't even know that I could speak, and apparently I'm fluent. Mommy said, God will always be there, even when I'm not. But I don't think he's listening to me. I'm neglectful, forgetful, even at times when I need not to be. But dear God, I know you can hear me, and I know you can see me. Today is the oldest I've ever been, and the youngest I'll ever be. There's already so much that I've seen and yet to see, but please make this clear for me. Daddy said, think about your thoughts. You ought to find out something new about how you feel, but how I feel is complicated. I'm complicated, intoxicated. These words, frankly, are approximated, but it's the only ones my brain eventually nominated. So it's the ones I've allocated, put forward for you to understand. Understand, at one point, I had no friends. But at one point, I was fine with that. There was no behind the back stab backs, no back chats, no stress. Yes, it was lonely, but I had 1,000 personalities to keep my company. I was satisfied with my own company. Daddy said, all it takes is a conversation. So I had one with myself. I put my pride on the shelf and I listened to my thoughts. I let them wander in places I could never wander. I silently ponder, contemplate, meditate how far I've come, but how far have you come? You think you clocked life because you found the job that's not even 9 to 5, it's 9 to 9, and that's winning to you. That's success. But I cannot stress enough how proud I am of me. Mommy said she's proud of me, but Mommy, are you proud of me? I don't really have friends, and I'm quite fine with that. There's no behind the back stab backs, no back chats, no stress. It is kind of lonely, but I have 1,000 personalities to keep my company. I'm satisfied with my own company. In school, we are taught to follow and misled, but we often find ourselves being misled out of classrooms, sat behind the wrong desk, sharpening the wrong pencils to answering questions to the wrong test, but that's when I learned knowledge is power. And silence is power. To tower over the rest, you have to stay quiet, listen and observe, rest and reserve. Mommy said, many people don't deserve you. This is why I don't have many friends. It's also why I'm fine with that. There's no behind the back stab backs, no back chats, no stress. Yes, it is lonely, but I have 1,000 personalities to keep my company. Because with company comes habits. And there's stories that I wish I could tell my mom without going to depth about the habits that I inhabited. But Mommy, I'm talented. So I wrote a poem for my mom, and she really wanted me to read it, so I'm gonna read it because why not? It's called 274 Days. And just in case you don't know, that's how much days is round about in 9 months. So like when you're pregnant, But yeah. 274 days I drowned in your liquid love. I felt every teardrop that fell. I heard every story that you would tell to help me fall asleep. I misinterpreted the pain in your screech as you pushed me into this wicked world. But your strength is overwhelming. My world was black and white, but I could still see the colors of your devotion. Your face was smiling with a thick emotion, proud to be called my mother. I would stumble, but never fall, because your hands are always there to catch me in time. Your hands are always there to put me back in line. Your hands are always there when there's another hurdle to climb, and one leg at a time, we conquered. You set me apart from the rest. And when I said I was finished, you said, my child, you are far from your best. You told me this life is a test and not to stay too long on the page I'm on. You watered my tree. You fluffed my leaves, so don't you ever feel like you failed me. My roots are strong. Branches lift in my confidence. But maybe it's time to let go. Maybe it's time to walk on my own. Maybe it's time I took your hand and I've shown you all the love and I've shown you how much I've grown. Let me show you the love that you've shown. 274 days I drowned in your liquid love. And my world is black and white, but I could still see the colors of your devotion. Your face is smiling with this thick emotion, proud to be called my mother.
Thank you so much for that, Rihanna. I'm just going to keep this one flowing. In the meantime, if you guys are going to be taking any photos or any videos or anything, feel free to tag us. It's at Beat Freaks. It's at BeatFreaks. Nearly caught myself then for a second. You know, Amira would have cussed me out. I wouldn't have made it home. So our next performer, let's make some noise, show some love for Mickey Angel.
Remember last month when we was talking about swag? I'm a late bloomer. Unfortunately, though, I can't see with them on. So give me a sec. Amazon. Oh, God. There we go. We good? Oh, man. Everyone's so good tonight. Really good. I feel like I have some rivalry now in writing poems for my mom. I'm joking. Okay. Okay, so I was thinking about what poem to do since I haven't been writing anything new past couple of days. I have an excuse. Birthdays. Mine and my brother's. But then I got some sad news earlier about my best friend. She had a passing of a family member, so I thought to cheer her up, I thought I'd do the piece that I did in her honor that I performed when I was hosting a poetry event back in June, if I'm correct. This was done in the Homegrown 31 workshop on the 16th of June. And this is essentially a furniture poem, which is essentially every line of the poem is descriptive. You'll see. This is called Furniture Poem Based on My Bestie. Hair as graceful as a ballerina, eyes as enchanting as a lollipop, voice as charming as an angel, dress style as magnificent as royalty, personality as magical as Gandalf, laugh as infectious as love, poetry as deep as a canyon, chemistry as fluent as water, respect as big as the shard, music taste as charismatic as my personality, humor as unique as a rainbow. These are things I will always think about with my best friend, who despite being from the other side of the UK and living in the middle of nowhere, I still love her as both best friend and the family member I never had. The one who pulled me out of my darkest hour and the guardian angel to the suave angel. And her name is Hazel Mehmet, aka Haz. Thanks.
Thanks for that, Mickey. Yeah, I know you're a big fan of Poetry Jam, so thank you for that. It was nice. Our next performer is Jazz. Where's Jazz at? Let's make some noise, show him some love, come on. Don't let that die off. I want you to keep it going, come on.
Hello, so my name's Jazz, and my piece is called Loyalty. So what is loyalty? It's more than just an allegiance, whether it's based on blind faith or no specific reason. It's more than just devotion that includes decisions that precede morality or emotion. It's more than just fidelity, when the notes hit right like a melody, but for disloyalty, there's no remedy. On a real, I practically buy FIFA every year. It's literally the same game for a different price. It's like catching the same plane for a different flight. Every year, I hope EA change their ways, but it looks like another year my pad will get dashed from the stairways. And even though I ain't about to be no solution knocker, I ain't ever gonna buy Pro Evolution Soccer. That's loyalty. I had this lad in primary school. We swapped tests and he gave me his test sheet. I'm rubbing out all his answers. It's looking like a fresh sheet, standard. Damn right, I changed his answers. So now he got them all correct. Without me, he would have only got 44%. That's loyalty. So I'm walking to school. I need to load up on snacks from the shops in the morning. From behind me, I hear, yes, Jazz, no warning. I'm about to say, we can't be late for, fuck it, form class was boring. It's like I'm in a high gear, but low speed, like I'm stalling. So now we're walking slow, like we're crawling. I'm trying to set my pace in, faster like we're racing, because here comes another brother, now we're walking. I can't lie, school days I was stressing due to lack of sleep. Close my eyes for 10 seconds, all my friends are stealing my pack of sweets. Rah, this is a madness, wagwan for the rest. Like this bag was half full, now there's only a quarter left. And now I got 2 more friends coming late from break, now I have none left, but that's loyalty. What you know about having friendships with the bad kids? Shit, they always on suspension. So I'm there from 3:10 to 4 p.m. till they finish their detention. Having to do that constantly, it's like every day school had an extra hour extension. That's loyalty. In sixth form, we used to catch buses to the cinemas. We used to watch 3 to 4 movies a month as a minimum. It was all good till my boys brought through a new friend. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy was kind of looking like a loose end. For real, this guy was not legitimate. I was about to watch my circle change to a swell, no cinnamon. I knew something was fishy like Pisces. He bought a whip and it only had 5 seats. He wanted desserts and I saw half of my friends dip. So much for friendship. Nothing could have been done to prevent it. Anyway, I'm side by side with some real bros, the ones I caught the bus with. It was a disloyal situation, but we barely discussed it. But imagine, these are 2 of the brothers I'm still in touch with. That's some real shit. So just last year, I ran into a disaster. At the time, I was applying for my law course and master's. I was going through some shit. Anyway, after clicking the wrong course when I was applying on the system for a similar but a different course than I was buying, and I was sighing, because to get this shit straight, I filled in countless forms and emails. Probably 1,000 times I've resent my details to student finance and the uni. I'm read like Rooney. They don't understand how they're giving stress to me profusely. All the students already paid their first semester tuition fees. Fuck it. When they finally change my course title, they can collect their Ps. For real, I'm now the uni's creditor. I'm done with the bullshit and I'm not on no register. Couple months forward, they're coming back to collect. I was 5 seconds away from being 10 grand in debt. I doubt I got 5 guys that are down on a lending flex. But my girl, she wanted to drop me 3 bags the same phone call I told her about it. If I ever have a problem, she's the first one to surround it. I knew she wasn't joking when she asked me for my sort code and bank account on FaceTime. If she had to, she'd probably do it all over again, like 8 times. I still need about 5 bags. I'm looking at payday loans despite the double-digit APR. I got 2 bags in the bank, but that's all my savings are. So I guess I'm like a Tesla. Soon I'll be taking charge. This carried on for months, although I'm glad it got handled without my sort code. Otherwise, my bank account would have been dash figure, dot figure, figure, like a Morse code. That's loyalty. A few years ago, some kid made a comment about me wearing a turban. It was fucked up and booky. This ain't happened far from here. It happened 5 years ago down New Street. I would have let it go, but my bro was ready on the front line like Call of Duty. Wait. That can't run. What did you mean by that? I can't believe my friend is making a scene like that. He kept asking these guys what they meant by their statement. I'm telling you, he was in their face being everything but patient. The other guy is quiet, like he misunderstood something. I guess he would be because my bro is like 6 foot something. I'm trying to calm him down, but he's even airing me like my bro never knew me. It's like a scene from a movie. He keeps asking them, what do you mean by what you said? He's causing a scene. He's got these 2 lads stuttering. He made them look soft like hot butter, and the guy who was getting loud all of a sudden, on mute, 10 seconds ago, he was getting rude. All of a sudden, he's on Do Not Disturb because we ain't getting through. Have you ever had a friend like that who was repping you? All of a sudden, he's on silent mode with his mouth closed, like his breath stinks. This guy needs a trident, bro. Respect to my brother, protecting my honor, acting all fierce. Certain man got sent home like my bro was ending careers. And then, it's like my brother broke character because when we walked off, he sniggered. How did the other guys walk away and not get triggered? That's loyalty. None of my friends ever get second guessed. Well, your friends have you guessing for a second. We ain't the same. Loyalty is deep. If I say the word, I got a knight ready to take your pawns when I send him to F4, then you'll get deleted like Alt and F4. Same time, I'll have a bishop on E1, straight for your king on a peak one. I kept it 100 with everyone. Ain't nobody gonna foil my plans. Swipe my Nando's card to see how loyal I am. And then finally, loyalty is a 2-way street. If I'm asking for yours, you already have mine. And after hearing that line, I give all my loyalty to the people who have matched mine. Thank you.
No, that was great. That was amazing. There's the wordplay, the humor, like the bars about FIFA. That was too relatable, man. Honestly, I can't lie. Jazz, what team do you support? I'm just going to keep it going because we've got a lot of people that want to jump up here and just soak up these vibes. So our next performer is Josh. Where you at? There he is. The confident walk. He's got this, man. Look at it.
I'm talking to me in the mirror, just trying to get my head clearer. Because when I'm in solitude, I got a feud with this guy. When the lights get dimmer at night, he's sitting there waiting, debating, baiting me to bite the hook. He said, you're sitting around watching television, so I'm not going to tell you my vision. You got to be a go-getter, because you won't get nothing sitting around. I said, I feel like talking to you is asking to break down again, AA. But B, I can't do that, because C, I'm trying to escape, drive away. He said, ding dong, it's time for your daily doubts. When my leg gets to rocking, these thoughts get to knocking. He said, you can't break me, that's 7 years bad luck, but I see you breaking all the time. No audio daydreaming, throw the towel in for this conversation, it's round one. You're about to hit the ground. The only place you're bound is to be locked in your mind with the key stuck in the mirror. Keep blaming me for your issues and they'll get severer. And I still don't hold on to some masculinity. Like I'm sure I could beat this guy in a fist fight, but at the end of the night, it's me sitting there without you. I'm not sure if days are harder to get through with or without you. But what do you do when you're used to someone fighting your demons with you, then that person leaves? You turned me from cold to warm, then left me out in the cold. Filling out my watch, I've run out of batteries, now I'm stuck in time. I'm in the gym like these weights will make me headstrong. But he said, no matter how much you lift, I'll lift it too. No matter how much you hit the books, I'll be there getting smarter too. And I've already got a degree, but it didn't make me happy to any degree. He said, you'll never get ahead of me. But I'm a classical overthinker. Like if you expect the unexpected, is the unexpected expected? Turn the volume up on the music so it's all I hear in my head. Make sure the volume's on an odd number though, I got OCD. Some people might say that's OTT. Sure, but it's the only thing that makes me free. Swear I'm saved in certain family members' phone as ATM. But I CBA, so I'll be RB. I'll finish this conversation tonight with my reflection while I'm reflecting. Thank you.
Yes, Josh, love that. We love to see it. Could I just say as well, your Air Max are so fresh. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that can pull off that look, you know what I mean? So, kudos to you, man. I've just kind of realised as well, I haven't actually addressed all of the people that are watching our live stream on YouTube. So, is it this camera? Big up to you guys. I love it. You couldn't make it here, but you're still here. You're still taking it all in. It's amazing. I think my partner, my baby girl are watching as well. Hi. Come on, gotta big him up as well. So our next performer is Zaki. Let's show some love. Everyone, you're in for a treat. Honestly, you're not ready for this. Seriously. Go on, you got this, man.
It's all right, it's all right. I just hold it, man. It's all right. Okay. Hello, everyone. This piece is called Name in the Sand. Wrote my name in the sand. Had I already? Sorry. Okay. Wrote my name in the sand. My name is not a name anymore, it's a brand. My aim is to elevate more than I am. The same can't be said if you don't understand. Uncle Sam told me he needs me, he's looking for the man. He wants the upper hand, take your life for this land. Follow his command and stick to the plan. The enemy is Muslims, Iraq, Pakistan, Lebanese, Somalis, Afghanistan. They bring the armies, fight us when they can. They've come to harm me, my name's in the sand. My name is not a name anymore, it's a brand. Label me the bad guy if I take a stand. People turn a blind eye if your skin is tanned. And if things don't go to plan, lend a helping hand. Take me to the motherland, put me in the sand. Thank you.
Love that. Well spoken, amazing. While we're here, let's big up our tech team because they're working hard behind the scenes. They're getting all the camera angles in, the audio. It's been smooth. It's been seamless. You don't even know they're here because it's been so seamless. It's amazing. Let's give them a round of applause. Our next performer is Jada. So let's big it up. Let's show some love. At the front, the short walk as well. Loving it. It's all right.
Okay, first of all. Good evening, Poetry Jam. It's my first time, so just bear with me. Breathe. Okay. This poem's called As I Put On This Dress. Bear with me, I'm gonna take a breath. Okay. As I put on this dress, I can't help but to stress whether my shape and my size is aligned. Like, will he look too long that way if her booty is bigger than mine? Isn't it funny that beauty has come to be Kim Kardashian defined? Instead of swimming a soul so many rivers deep and an ocean of a Romani Wilfred-like mind. Superficial standards of beauty mean superficial standards of sex. Intimacy inhibited, narcissism exhibited, implicit in the red flags scored in your chest. As I put on this dress, I can't help but to stress whether my breasts look pushed up and perky. Like the fact I have or will carry your child is reason enough for you not to hurt me? How did it come to pass that plastic pumped ass, hair mining injected in wigs, microwave cut nails are what we now define as beauty? We seem to have forgotten our ancestral heritage tells a story, submerged sacrifice, inherited, determined that beauty inclines, divine, within my very design, and DNA glory of how I ever came to be. As I put on this dress, no longer perplexed, I remember who the fuck I am. I'm proud of all I represent, Taliwa, Selassie I descent, bonfire. Remember the contours, my face, book, glam. Find my story, scrolls. As you scroll, my post, my plane. It's my plan for you to feed on your feed the poetic truth of me. That which exceeds photo-filtered photographic beauty, more beautiful than the superficial standards of Eurocentric standards, double-click bullshit, cake up with makeup, wake up. Here's one I created earlier, cutie. As I put on this dress, I look in the mirror and I say thank you. Thanks for all that I am, thanks for all that I have. God designed and sculpted me in the image he planned to. Thank you.
I don't believe that was your first time at Poetry Jam, you know. That was the confidence. That was mad, honestly. That was really, really good. So we're going to have our next performer, and then we'll jump into that little break that I promised you guys a while ago. So our next performer, if you ever wants to give it up for SK. Where are you at? Where are you at? What are you hiding in the back for, bro?
God damn. Can you put this a bit higher? It's all right, I see you. That's perfect. Yeah, I want to say I'm really happy to see all you beautiful faces here. It's a pleasure to be amongst you guys. This piece is called Staircases. So my inspiration behind this one was, you could leave your house having the best day, the worst day, the most curious day, but you always return to the same set of stairs. Whether you're angry, you walk on them a bit heavier. You might be a bit, quiet because your mom's downstairs, so you can tiptoe, but this is how it goes. It's like the one staircase has seen you steps 1,000 times. You reach the bottom and it feels like 2,000 times. The same park you grew up in only saw them a few hundred times. You grew up doing it by the time crept up, life's not feeling less sublime. You see, the chicken shop only saw you a handful of times. Same order, same taste, but it didn't feel like the same place. You see, a school stair saw you the most times. Every day playing football to walking up to science class. Right as the bell rang, you'd walk down with your friends to lunch. Life seemed so easy and fun. Those stairs seemed so annoying, but I missed the feeling of walking on them. You see, the stairs at college saw me barely enough times, but they did catch me here and there, missing lectures and hiding in the staircase. They probably heard some of the best stories, and as I sat on them feeling like Mr. Glory, I did not realize how much I'd missed being there too. You see, some stairs are sin more than you think. One pair of feet up and around, but at night they return to the same place, those tall, steep stairs. Everywhere you've been, from the late nights to the lonely walks, every time you got lost in your thoughts, wandered a little bit too far, but you still find your way back. Bright lights and a concrete floor to guide you back to the same set of stairs. Or as you're walking through the town, dark sky, but the floor lit up with the bright lights of the mechanical city. You see, the city had the best stairs. I used to call them the concrete stairs. These stairs, you saw them barely enough times, but they felt like so much more. The cold touch, the long nights where the concrete jungle kept you and your friends going all night. You see, those stairs probably saw a lot of that. But as you walk on the same concrete to the same bus stop and wait for the same bus to arrive, the walk home's not long nor short. You take your keys, open the door, barely awake, ready for bed, no care in the world, no reason to care. And then you're faced with your final set of stairs. That's it. All right, this is my second piece. It's called Remember What to Say. You just have to say it properly. For anyone that's always confused on how to express themselves, say it exactly how you feel it should be said. Just remember, you know what to say. You just have to say it properly. Like when I got told to finish all the food and the broccoli, felt like a chore, at least when I poured, my mum proclaimed. The truth indeed, I felt sad because I didn't have a PSP. Oh well, at least I saw the meaning of these things years later. See, it's important to articulate yourself properly. You're a human, not a zombie, but it just sounds like, oh, when you don't say it properly. Not your fault, some years are more passive. Wait for you to start working again. Tell them, mate, it's happening again. They look back like you're crazy. Not a maybe to them. It's my friend, but they don't understand the message I'm trying to spread. So I tell you again, you know what to say. You just have to say it properly. Some people don't want the truth any time of the day. They like your iced up with sprinkles, maybe even sugar sprayed. I don't get it. You want the bitter aftertaste of dishonesty? You see, my lies is a prophecy. Instead, you push aside my honesty and prioritize the dishonesty. Well, this honestly ain't the way. In this case, you know what to say, but you can't say it. The truth hurts, but it's the best way. Some people could leave you in the mud, feeling so sick and stuck, feeling like you're the one that fucked up. Snitches get stitches. You didn't want to sit in the car, only one stop not too far. Pulled over, just stepped out the yard, door slammed, so do you on front of the car. Found weapons, nobody's owning up. You open up, then the guy who's your friend is going to try to open you up. See, this is the worst case scenario. You know what to say, but you shouldn't say it. At least in your eyes. See, the truth still lies. A small comment to your boss leading to your unemployment. A smart analysis deemed racist and wrong. The soft words now deemed sharp and violent, demanding more than our silence. So I urge you all, please don't forget, you know what to say. You just have to say it properly. Say it with your lungs. Scream it out loud. Let the truth be released. I am complete. That's it. Thank you.
This mic stand's actually the right height for me as well, so that's not too bad. But thank you, SK. That was inspiring. Is anyone else feeling inspired by that? By all the performers you've had today? Yes, loving it. So I guess obviously if any of the people performing today have inspired you, or just made you think or feel some type of way, then when we have this quick break, just go chat to them. You know, just if you're comfortable, start that conversation. Let them know. Show some love. Show some appreciation. And yeah, man, just vibe out. But we're going to have like a quick 5-10 minute break. So everyone just do your thing. Lovely.
Live music in Birmingham is back. Go to bmusic.co.
Escape. It's a word that sounds quite drastic, right? It makes me think of explosions and action movies with Kurt Russell or any other handsome hench matey flexing his muscles. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger getting to the chopper or riding a Harley Davidson across the USA with Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. But as I sit down to write about this theme, I must push a little deeper to a place of my subconscious dreams. So a couple of weeks ago I was up at 8 AM to take my rented motorbike back to its rightful owner to have an oil leak fixed. Blue. A hostel owner in Oldie Q, an affable chap who loves to chat to his Western patrons over a beer or two, or 25, which is why he's always late. So as I sat alone to wait, I drank coffee and smoked and began to spin the cogs of idea. Now, as I'm sure you've all seen it before, but even at 8:30 on a Monday morn, there are middle-aged Westerners sitting in cyclos being driven around trying to not look bored. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that is not my thing. And yes, I understand that they're paying the man and it's his job and it helps him provide and he gets paid to give these rides. But whenever I see a Westerner, cyclo inside, you look like a dick to me and my Western eyes. Now the cogs they were a-turning and the pistons started screeching. The idea was approaching the end of the production line. Its exit method is always a mystery. It's always hard to find the verb to describe how a poem or idea comes from out my head. Whether it flows or tumbles, dribbles or runs, this one definitely marched and galloped. It was militant, high and mighty. So from my high horse, I'd like to take some time to attack some people and their reasons for coming to Hanoi. Let's try and work out what they're all escaping together. Colin and Jane, 51 and 47 from Manchester. Which age belongs to who, it doesn't actually matter. But from looking eagle-eyed, I'd say Jane is a little bit older. Now, Colin and Jane helped birth this idea as they are the cyclo dicks, sitting fat and hungry, taking hundreds of expensive iPhone pics. Colin just got a new job as a pharmaceutical salesman after 1 year of unemployment. He lost his job for fucking a colleague and accidentally sending a dirty email to the whole of the junior sales team. Their marriage was at breaking point, but they've made it work. And luckily, Jane's salon had a good year. So to celebrate Colin getting his life back on track, they've decided 2 weeks away in Vietnam should help them get the spark back. Do I really need to explain what these bastards are escaping? Steve from Essex, twat. Or maybe it's Cody from Melbourne, either way, twat. Loves the gym, looks proper lean, pissed at the weekends, then low carb weekdays eating clean. He won the beer pong comp at the hostel and it's Castaways tomorrow. A backwards snapback and an I Love Cambodia booze cruise vest, which is dickhead number 2's that he probably borrowed. Steve is escaping his office politics, a hierarchy of good looks and gift of the gab. He's got the looks and the banter, but the intelligence of a weathered paving slab. Jess and Nikki, escaping middle-class suburbia. They just finished their A-levels and we all know what that means. Let's go on holiday and get fucked by drunk muscleheads like Cody and Steve. One big party, an amazing story to tell. At Freshers Week, Nottingham Trent, their heaven is my hell. And harking back, they've got no idea why they chose Vietnam, but they saw a pic of Andy there on his Insta and he's fit. That's all they remember. Fuck, these idiots did no research and they're freezing their tits off wearing bikini tops in December. Jess and Nikki are escaping, maybe for the first time, the shackles of mom and dad. There's no one there to tell them to watch how many drinks they've had. There's no teachers there who don't understand. They've got each other, they're like, here babe, hold my hand. And hold my hair back. As she vomits cheap vodka into the gutter outside her hostel on Hang Back. All these people, me included, and even you, we're all escaping something. And in writing this, I had to ask myself, what am I escaping? Or what did I want to escape by moving to Vietnam? I wanted to escape these kinds of people. The people that angered me and created this hate and loathing, but here upon the eternal struggle of self-reflection I've started to stall. I've condemned these people and slagged them off, and they've actually done nothing to me at all. So standing here, basking in my hate, is akin to smashing my head against that wall. Now the reasons I gave for them escaping are ones they don't even realise, and it's only me that's angered by them, spitting venom at them with my despising eyes. So I guess there it lies. It's my forward stride. And I'm not ready to accept the things they do and the way they live their lives. But I've accepted what I need to escape. I don't need to escape these people. I can't escape these people, these flimsy paper people. I need to escape caring about what others are doing around me, because I can't change them. And the only person being affected is me. So the change I need to make is recognising my burden. And it's not the people who are my burden. It's the hate within me that is holding me back. So for me to push forward, it's that hate that I must escape.
You can remain standing if you want. Whatever makes you comfortable is completely up to you. Loving the vibes. Oh. So is everyone feeling nice and refreshed after the break? Like 3 people. Love it. Amazing. Let's just give it a second for everyone to settle in. Lovely. Okay, so we've still got a handful of performers left. It's a treat for you guys tonight. Our next performer is Mr. Alan. I see you over there. Look at this hoodie, man. This is... I know you're warm. I know you're warm, man.
Yes, greetings. I just want to say big up to all the performers that performed before. Absolutely amazing. All right, cool. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. This world is a magnificent, colourful work of art. Orchid blossom bloom on the trees in spring. Sunshine, gold shining on the crown of a king. Amethyst sound at dawn when the free bird sings. Beige and deep sea blue and sage when the earth sings. Canary yellow daffodils with tulips, carmine red. Colourful thoughts take shape and space in my head. Melanin brown glowing on the skin of a Nubian queen. Sweet vibrations playing on black and ivory keys. Fireflies flicker in the black with the midnight breeze. Silver gleams in the morning at -degrees. Dark tangerine and black on the back of the bees. So much love and color in the middle of a seed. Golden yellow in the sky when the sun's at peak. Sinopia crimson red when it sets in the eve. Ocean blue crashes on the cliff with the violent sea. I'm gifted with light to reflect what the eye can see. Let the ground twinkle in winter after the snowflake rain. Murky grey as smoke fills air from a saffron flame. Pastel pink and Persian red on an orchid shoot. Orange melts in my hand, squeezing out the mango juice. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, jeez. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. This world is a magnificent, colourful work of art. There's no colour in silence and no colour in space. Anticipation of pure rain when the sky is grey. Pastel grey in the sky is pastel grey. I miss that colour in my life like the month of May. Hey, pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. This world is a magnificent, colourful work of art. Hey, caramel, brown mel, tin out the chocolate bar. Caramel, brown mel, tin out the chocolate bar. Hey, chrome black shines on the floor when they put down the brand new pot. Yo, listen. Caramel, brown mel, tin out the chocolate bar. Hey, chrome black shines on the floor when they put down the brand new tar. Yo, indigo purple jelly when I'm squeezing jam out the jar. Hey, I feel the jaded green when I feel jealousy from afar. Woo! Head in my folded hands, man, I feel the blues. Head in my folded hands, man, I feel the blues. So much colour inside this world, man, how can I choose? So much colour inside my soul, man, how can I lose? Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart, evergreen in my heart. Pastel peach in my soul, I got evergreen in my heart. This world is a magnificent, colourful work of art. Thank you.
That was amazing. I've never heard someone spit bars and feel like there's a beat behind it when there's still no beat behind it. That's a skill, you know. Honestly, that's a skill. So our next performer, he's like the king of the drip. Every outfit I see this guy in, he's just looking fresher and fresher by the day, man. I can see him smirking out there already. Everyone show some love for Destiny. I know we can do better than that. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. I wish I could pull this outfit off, honestly. I'm feeling a bit plain out here right now, honestly.
Hello, everyone. My name is Destiny Ode. The piece I'm about to perform is titled, When It All Ends. I hate traveling down memory lane. I hate having to revisit all my pains. Because when I start, I just can't stop it. That is where I kept all my dark secrets. So don't make me unearth my demons. Please stop asking me these damn questions. Take me as I am now in this moment, with a warm embrace and no judgment. I have been forced to do things. It's not my fault I had to do things. If you know where I'm from, you'd understand. You give me a hug and hold my hand. I'm from a town called Benin City, with ancient tales and old glory. My ancestors were warlords. Osalobo is the name of our God. But in your eyes, I'm just a black man. When will you realize I'm not just a black man? Why do you care so much about my melanin? Why can't you see there's a human within this skin? My veins carry the hallowed blood of my predecessors. Your mouth carries the hollow words of your ancestors. Lies being told as tales of glory. It's my turn now to tell the true story. We were here when it all began, before the Garden of Eden and Abraham. Our history predates yours. So if we all can play together, then the world must pause. These days I don't know where I belong. You take away my stories, you take away my songs. You keep on telling me that I am doing wrong. When I'm trying to live right, you take away my light, you take away my life, and that's just not alright. This world is not your own, I hope you know. You cannot buy me, no, you cannot buy my soul. This world is not your own, I hope you know. I am not letting go, you cannot take control, 'cause I deserve to be here too, and we deserve to be here too. The ending has already begun. I have expelled your name from my lungs. You will no longer be the theme of my songs. Now I get to write my own tales of glory. I will no longer be a slave in all your stories. This is the start of a whole new journey. But we must rid ourselves of hate for our victory to last, because we're slowly becoming as bad as the enemies who fought in the past. Our names are etched on the same stones that we cast. Pick up these broken shards of glass and look at yourself. See for yourself. Seek for yourself the truth. Your own reflection spits at your eyes, a spitting image of the ones you once chastised. Is this what you fought for? Is this your prize? I know they let you burn, paying no mind to your cries, but we must be the kindness we want to see in the world. To achieve greatness, we must try to live in one accord. The new religion we must all preach is love. See, I'm still a good man even though I don't believe in your God. When did this become the norm? When did we become so dumb? A bunch of dumb dummies repeating hurtful words to each other like walkie-talkies, walking around with no feelings. We have no faith in faith. We're falling down from grace, just glaciers in place of our hearts. Where do we even start? Where has all our compassion gone? Instead of holding my hands, you'd much rather hold a gun. I don't understand why they don't want us in their neighborhood, but it's all good. You must think you're really cool to not want your kids in the same swimming pool at school with kids who look like me. When did we become so numb? So numb to reasoning and everything in between. So numb to ourselves we hate to see each other win. Why do they hate us? Nobody hears me when I cry, not even Jesus. That's why I run away from the police when I'm in need of help, because they'll point their guns at me and tell me to get down on my knees, not to give me a kiss on my forehead, because they'll rather aim at it instead. Pow. It's sad I don't get spoken about highly in high school history books. Even after all the years they took from us, they still steal, pillaging our piggy banks, ravaging our precious oil while poisoning our holy land, sending military tanks to Afghanistan and Iran. They've killed many men, but only a few will understand the reason why I choose this microphone as my weapon instead of holding a rifle in my hand. This pain that I feel is misguided. Don't invalidate my feelings because you've chosen to play dead. You keep your eyes shut to the realities of life. I won't keep my mouth shut. I'll talk till I leave this life. My mother named me Nehizena. It means the one the spirits fight for. My grandmother named me Osamede. It means my God will never fall. You see, I have protection from the world unseen. The spirits in the wind are my noble kin, and no harm shall befall me or my kind. Just have that at the back of your mind. Thank you all for listening. The thing I'm trying to tell you, my friends, is that we're here in the beginning. I'll be here when it all ends.
That's deep. We love to hear it. So, any of you lovely people that have come to Poetry Jam for the first time, would you come to the next one? Yeah? Love that. Anyone that hasn't already, we've got some surveys that I think the lovely Ruth has been handing out. So anyone that hasn't already filled one in, if you want to grab one off, she's waving them over there. If you want to grab one off, obviously we appreciate the feedback. I think this has been an amazing night, but if you guys can think of any way we can make it better or improve, just let us know, man. We want to hear from all of you. So we've got a handful of performers left. I'm actually a little bit sad that we're kind of like getting towards the end of this. You know what I mean? I don't want it to end. This is like the highlight of my week so far. But our next performer is Kohinoor. I see you. Now we got to keep it going. You know, she's testing you all. She's testing you all. Come on.
Can you just sort the mic? Because you know what? I guess
You can tiptoe if you want, you know.
No, I can't tiptoe. Okay, let me find my piece. Sorry, I'm reading off like a phone, but I can't be asked to memorize. Sorry. I can't though. Like, it's really hard memorizing stuff, and then you think you've got it. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah. Okay, let me try and find my piece. Okay, it's not this one. 1 second. I promise you won't be that long. Oh God, no, it's not there. I think this is it. Okay. If you know no. Okay. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. Sun Tzu. From a very tender age, we are taught the art of knowing and hating the enemy before we've even learned what love is. They play soft. Sorry, can I just start again? Sorry. Okay. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. Sun Tzu. From a very tender age, we are taught the art of knowing and hating the enemy before we've even learned what love is. They place soft, fragile hearts in our hands and force us to bury them. With hands covered in a bloodbath of emotions, we chop off our very hands as though severing our limbs will absolve us of choosing between breaking hearts or breaking ourselves. We live in a society that fails to teach us the very lessons of hating and knowing the enemy within ourselves, pride and ego. Instead, we are force-fed a banquet of self-hate to loathe all the beautiful technicolored parts of self, of our spirit, of our emotions, of our hearts, of our minds, of our bodies. Every scar, every freckle, every birthmark, every stretch mark, every strand of hair that's out of place, every inch of skin from our hands to our feet to our face. We are conditioned to abhor. We have become hate whores. We are bubble-wrapped in chinked armor, our fragilities, pretend war paints from lands we've yet to even learn to pronounce, never mind setting foot upon. The eyes don't see what ears hear from miles away, nor do ears hear the pleas of things the eyes see right in front of them. We have no training or lessons, no teachings or skill sets, no guidebook, moral guides or compasses to navigate us through the journey of emotional intelligence or mental fortitude. In short, nothing in our arsenal against the hundreds of battle zones from wars we wage against ourselves. We hug each other in attempts to feel some semblance of worth, when in reality, we should be hugging our very selves the tightest. Choose love. Love self. Choose love. Love others. In that order. Peace, love, and light. Thank you.
I love that. Like, you took a second, you composed yourself, absolutely smashed it. That was amazing. Can we have another round of applause for that? Because that was... Love it. So our next performer, I actually spoke to earlier. She hasn't performed at Poetry Jam for a minute. It's been a while. But she's come today, and she's just like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. So if everyone can show some love for Fatima. Woo! You got this. I'm feeling everyone drop off, man. Like, keep the energy up, keep the energy up. Yeah, come on. Jeez.
Do you want me to sort this out for you? Please. Guys, I'm so nervous. Okay.
Like, I'm basically tech here, you know. I'm doing like 2 jobs, man.
Is that all right for you? That should be fine. Thank you so much. Okay. This is called Feel. Let me catch my breath, guys. I'm so scared. Oh my God. Okay. So cute. Thank you. Okay. It gets hard sometimes when nothing feels right, when your thoughts are dark and you can't seem to... Guys, I'm shaking. Oh my God, I'm a pussy. Oh, all right, bear with me. I got this. I'm actually a bad beat. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to start again. It gets hard sometimes when nothing feels right, when your thoughts are dark and you can't seem to see the light. Drowning but telling myself I'll be all right. I lost touch so much I couldn't even feel. Found myself in places that weren't made to heal. Knew right from wrong and I know it's wrong to steal. It was my own happiness I was a thief of. Let me be real. God, okay. Believed in the old mind that tied me and in the bad times that hide me or I'd hide in. Like I was flying into a downward spiral, alive but dying, or was I just surviving? I was drowning but telling myself I'll be all right. We think we can drink, love, and smoke away all the pain, but when the sensations fade, the pain still remains. Matter of fact, the longer we ignore it, the deeper it stains, but who's really to blame? See, accountability needs to come into play. Guys, oh my God, my anxiety, I'm so... Thank you. I'll hurry up, I'm so sorry, I promise, okay? But thank you. Guys, okay, but thank you. Okay. See, accountability needs to come into play because we can't live our lives playing the blame game. Yeah, we're a product of our environment, but our environments always change. Us being present is the only thing that stays the same. The truth shouldn't be something we run shy or hide from or be ashamed of. The truth hurts, you win some and you lose some. But honesty is the best policy, is the best principle if ever I've heard one. And lying to yourself is actually insane. It's insane because you're the truth, so you deserve the very same. And only you can heal your wounds and only you can ease your pain. Nobody or anything can fix you for you. It's real life, not a game. Back then I was drowning but telling myself I'll be all right. Became everything I thought I'd never be, but now I'm grateful for everything I couldn't see, and I feel free. I'm on the other side, and survival isn't what we're settling for anymore. And what you thought was blocking you wasn't wall, it's a door, and it's yours. The missing key was your inner peace, and those mental screams you finally put to sleep. This isn't a dream. You're awake now, and things aren't always great, but they're okay now. Yeah, I lost myself, but a better version has been found. See, I taught myself to swim, now I no longer drown. I knew I'd be all right somehow.
Bear me 1 second. Fatima, that was amazing. Big yourself up. You smashed it. Big yourselves up as well. I see that encouragement. That's what we want to see. That's what Poetry Jam's all about. So we're moving on to our next performer. And if I'm perfectly honest with everyone here, I have completely forgotten who it is. Bear me 1 second. So the next person is Sydney. I'm so sorry that I forgot, but you're here now. Let's show some love.
it? Do you want me to like adjust it for you?
Yeah, it might.
Do you want me to-
I'm very short. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I feel an intense amount of pressure whenever I'm like doing this.
Hi, Poetry Jam. It's been a minute since I've been here. It's been like 2 years since the last time I performed here. And can I just say, I've missed this. I've really missed this. I've missed you guys. I have 2 poems for you today. Is that okay? Is that all right? Okay, you'll have to forgive me. I've just come back from work. I look like burnt bread. We're gonna ignore that. Come here looking like a loaf of bread. It's not right. It's not right. But it's okay. I'll shut up and get on with it. A poem to my depression. We go way back. You are the cup of black coffee in the morning, the stale fog and cigarette smoke in city air. We are weirdly matched and overlooked, looped in together to form a not-so-happy unity, but a harmless, thick cloud of nothing that is somehow tying me to a world that I don't really remember anymore. You know, we're like those exes that were together that weren't really together, but that were together, kinda. We never really claimed each other, but we both know you have your hooks jabbed into my feelings, and that's not okay. We are together, a ball of lurking memories, gnashing teeth and constantly threatening to consume within the blink of an eye, contained by silver bars that we are both aware will give up if you come at them with a hot enough blowtorch. You are the inky black hole with memory foam at the bottom that sucks the energy from my lifeless body and renders it useless to the world. You are a comforter made of lead, the pacifier made of iron that sews me down and shuts me up when necessary. Damn! We live together on a planet that changes climate like girls change clothes. My motivation, my thought patterns, my chronic fatigue are all jumbled up into a big, fat, crimson-crowned disaster. But sometimes, it's summer in my world. The grass is actually greener on the other side, and we both feel calmly assured. You let me look in the mirror again, and my reflection smiles at me. I call that happiness. I call that over-optimism. I called it a good day, where we shake hands and we navigate together. At the end of the day, we're business partners. Aspects of you will always keep me running, even if it's out of fear, I must admit. You help to kick down barriers I never thought I could. We make a weird team, because the fear calls me to be extraordinary. You aggravate me, but to work harder. You make it hard for me to breathe again, but you will never dilute me. I've learned to find fondness within you. I've learned to find neutrality within you. I want to say I've become resistant to believing you. I want to forget about what you did in the past, but with you, the past will always follow me. You are not just my black cloud. You are not just my rainy day. I will spend the rest of my life grappling with you to not consume me whole, but I'm proud of what I have the strength to do despite your presence. I can finally pat myself on the back for fighting. Because you, my dear depression, are my condition, my greatest foe, and my biggest reason to survive. And I will never be your victim. That's the first one. Thank you. That's so sweet. Well, the first one's gone well. That's great. Oh, I'm shaking. Okay. The second one I call is an ode to wash day, an ode to my hair, and an ode to blackness. Black, mahogany, sweet, rich, melanin. All the things that we're abundant in, the curls, the kinks, the braids, the wigs, the pretty eyes, thick thighs, curvaceous hips. I'm not sure if you've noticed. The sun is constantly polishing our skin. It's dripping sweet, glowing, voluptuous, dark skin, rich down to the fingertips. Call us art. Call us masterpiece. Call us goddess. Call us Nubian queen. We trip. And we trip on the excuses and the broken words, our mannerisms and stupid schisms, and we find ourselves missing amongst the Instagram likes and half-assed attempts at countering colorism. We are targets. So many things teach us that what occurs to us is uncivilized and that needs to be tamed with the same chemical white-colored blade. We tie it up and we hang it around our necks in shame and watch our counterparts string us up and fuel the flames in our iniquities. Aren't we on the same team? Burn us at the stake for the same mistake of knowing that we're different. But we're not afraid to scream when we smell the gasoline. Sometimes our own expectations are more toxic than the flames surrounding us. It is so difficult to see the beauty that lays within, that we dilute it and teach ourselves to become someone else, gain more society points and drain our heritage just like that. We feel the roots dry up and break off as quickly as we ditched our mother tongue because it wasn't white enough for them. We watch our ancestors walk off into the distance. They become near transparent because the only apparent things that they could leave behind are rejected now and changed. They tell us be proud of the hair that grows from our heads too, and that's great, and that's fun. But tell that to the employers that rejected me for it. It's all well and good, me saying this, standing here, 22-inch long red hair and don't care. Don't worry, I also note the irony, I smell it in the air. Believe me, I have a point to make, so if you care, just lend an ear. I believe we have a right, as people on this earth, to be comfortable, confident, know our self-worth. We fought too hard to be here, to still find ourselves oppressed, especially by those just like us. And it's easy to get obsessed. Life has made it so difficult for a Black woman to get ahead, so we internalize and shelter in what's acceptable instead. And this is a sad truth. But be prepared for this, that some women feel more comfortable in a 360 lace wig. She shouldn't have to justify herself with people's off looks and complaints. She doesn't have to tell you why. My opinion will stay the same. Self-worth ranks higher than any expectation. We find freedom in how we wear our hair. It's a facet in which we characterize ourselves, an industry thriving through the years. Prioritizing our self-care is the favor that we do ourselves. Our natural hair is one of our gifts. Some of us may not realize it yet. That's no cause for upset. As a community, we must learn to educate, uplift. We are women in search to be comfortable and accepted with whatever choice we make. Whether we're big choppers, heat uppers, excessive conditioner shoppers, we can't bug each other down or be fake. We go through so much in our lifetimes. There's so much we risk and we put at stake. So be kind to yourself and the others around you, Black women, and a healthier new generation we shall create. Thank you.
I'm just going to lean down a little bit now this time. So that is all we've got time for in terms of performers. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad. But big up everyone that's performed today, because I think everyone's absolutely smashed it. Love it. Again, big up the tech crew. They're amazing. Big up Ruth. I see you over there. Hello. I would love to see all of these faces at the next Poetry Jam. Like, I'm definitely going to be there to watch, take part. I just really love the vibes that everyone brings, and it's all down to everyone just being here. But yeah, I wish you all safe journeys back to wherever you're going tonight. Yeah, let's just pick ourselves up one more time. Let's do it. Go on. Okay. You know what, actually, I think we might have like one more small performer that wants to come up and do something. You down for that? Yeah? Go on. You want to hold it? Yeah. Okay, yeah? You got this, go on.
I'm not gonna do a performing thing, but I'm just gonna beatbox. Caleb.
That was amazing, yes. Yo, that was the best way I've ever seen. That was like the best final performance I've ever seen. Yeah, absolutely smashed it. That was amazing. I feel like I can't even come after that. Like I can't even match that. That was too good. So I think that is actually the end, but that was the best way to end it, to be honest with you. Honestly, love it. Well, at Beat Freaks, we embrace the awkwardness, so I'm just awkwardly going to leave it here. But yeah, thank you for coming, guys. Safe travels. Yeah, this is me going. Bye. First Thursday of every month, so the 7th of October, back here. If you want more good vibes like this, you know the place to be.